Good evening. He's not denying he's the man who pulled the trigger, killing Albuquerque police officer Daniel Webster more than 3 years ago. However, Devon Lyman says it was all in self-defense. News 13's Marissa Luceto is covering the trial that began today. She's live downtown at District Court.
Jess, this is the first time we're hearing the self-defense argument from Lyman, but today in opening statements, prosecutors say evidence will show he planned to kill Officer Webster.
Officer Webster was killed for doing his job.
From the very beginning, I want to tell you this is a case of self-defense.
A stark difference between prosecutors and the defense as the two described what they say happened the night Devon Lyman was pulled over in a Walgreens parking lot at Central and Eubank in October 2015. The ex-convict was riding a motorcycle police believed was stolen. APD officer Daniel Webster,
"Get your hands up!"
initially drew his gun, but holstered it once Lyman and a passenger put their hands up. Police say Lyman then pulled out a gun and shot the 9-year APD veteran 4 times. 3.5 years later, he's in district court facing a murder charge. Today, the jury was shown Webster's body camera video of the shooting.
No, this arm won't reach back there, sir. Well, you better figure it out. I can't. Because there's about 6 other officers coming right now to put you on the ground.
Lyman here is a helmet on. There are 6 guys coming to put you in the ground. At that point in time, Devon Lyman knows his life is in danger.
Prosecutors argued Lyman was going to do anything to get out of going to jail that night, and that even after he fired 5 shots and Webster was hit, he fired one last shot while running away.
Officer Webster, next to his car, the defendant gets a clear line of sight back to Officer Webster. Bang!
The first person to testify and one of the first on scene the night of the shooting was APD Detective Catherine Wright. The defense questioned her whether Webster followed protocol that night.
On a high-risk stop, if you can get somebody's within a minute or 2, you certainly want to, if you can, wait and get assistance before you move in. Isn't that a fair statement?
If you can.
Prosecutors maintain Webster did nothing but his job.
Did you see anything in the officer's conduct inconsistent with your own training?
No.
Lyman, who's 38, will already be in prison for at least the next 36 years on federal charges for being a felon with a firearm, the same gun that was used to kill Officer Webster. Now, if he's convicted in this case, he faces life without parole. Back to you, Jess.
All right. Thank you, Marissa. Around 300 people are on the witness list and could be called to testify. They include medical investigators and officers, including the APD canine handler. His canine tracked down Lyman in a nearby neighborhood that night. Other witnesses, people who say they saw Lyman ditching his motorcycle helmet as he ran. Then there's Savannah Garcia, the woman who says she was on the back of the stolen motorcycle with Lyman and watched him shoot Officer Webster. She disappeared, but police say she was arrested a couple of days ago doing heroin in a vacant apartment in Berlin. The trial is expected to last nearly a month. We'll bring you all the latest developments on air, online, and on the KRQE News app.